All right, watch how quick and easy this is. This is crazy. Turn the camera on, get the mic out, and it just connected. Battery level 100%. That's how easy it is to connect the DJI Mic 2 to the DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro. And that's one of the main reasons why I wanted this action camera, to make the audio a lot easier, a lot simpler, and the camera a lot more minimalistic.
Long distance and I had my back turned, but who knows, we'll see. These mics are really good for the price and the camera.
And this is 2.7K, 120 frames per second. Pretty sweet. Hey everyone, so today we're gonna be talking about why I wanted to upgrade to the DJI Action 5 Pro and the DJI Mic 2 wireless microphones. Now for years, I've used a GoPro Hero 7 Black, in fact, 2 of them with the Rode wireless Go 2 mics. And for years now, I've refused to upgrade to all the brand new models. They're on the GoPro Hero 13, I think now, and I've refused to upgrade because of the audio. I always had to have a huge brick on top of my GoPro to record audio, and then they wanted you to buy a media mod to have to plug the microphone jack directly into the media mod. But this is even better than that, because you don't need a media mod case, you don't need any special adapters to plug the mic in. It just connects wirelessly with Bluetooth and is super minimalistic. And I believe now on the GoPro 13 you can connect Bluetooth audio up to it. However, it does not sound nowhere near as good as this does. And you can hear me talking to you now. I'm on the DJI Mic 2 wireless microphones connected directly to the DJI Action 5 camera. In my opinion, it sounds pretty amazing. I couldn't see a difference. I did a comparison with my old GoPro Hero 7s and my Rode wireless Go mics, and the audio between the two sounded almost identical. I'm gonna keep walking backwards here and see which one cuts out now. I did do a test real quick individually, and they both worked really well. I'm just gonna back up here now, keep talking, see which one cuts out. But like I said, I think it's gonna suit me fine. So this is amazing that these now connect directly to the camera itself. 2 microphones can connect to it at one time, which is amazing. On the DJI Action 4, I believe you can only connect one Bluetooth mic wirelessly to it, and now you can connect 2, so that's pretty amazing. Now, if you wanted to still use an audio adapter and use like a Rode mic or things like that, you can get this adapter here, take the door off the side here, and this will plug directly into here. And it's very tight once you clip it in there, and then you can plug your 3.5mm audio adapter into there, which is really nice. Now this does have some downfalls. The first thing I noticed is that these doors are very, very easy to open, especially the battery door here. If you accidentally push this button and slide it, it will open very easily, so keep that in mind. If you're diving with this thing, it is waterproof, but if you touch the wrong way and your hand slips up there, you might get some water in there, so be cautious of that. I would have preferred this to be a little bit harder to open. And another amazing feature about this is you could start the recording from the microphone. All you have to do is hit this button right here. It starts recording on the camera, and then you can hit that button to stop recording as well. So another amazing feature. I don't have to use voice activation or an additional remote to control the camera. I can do it all from this microphone, and this will also record a backup audio track on the microphone. And if I get too far away from the camera, very easily able to plug this directly into the iPad, get the audio clip out, and then I could sync it up with the video clip later. Now I could do that with the Rode as well, however it's a little bit more complicated. It's not as easy as that. You have to actually go through the Rode app and extract the audio. When you plug these directly into the iPad, it shows you all the files instantly in the Files app. Now as far as the microphone case goes here, amazing little case, keeps everything in here really well, keeps it charged up. The only thing I didn't like about this case is when you have the wind muff on the top, the case will not close, and there's really no room in here anywhere to store these wind muffs, so you have to keep them separately. Honestly, I'm probably not going to be using this much unless I'm connecting it to my DSLR, so I'll probably just store these wind muffs in here like this when I close this case, when I'm out riding e-bikes, filming and videoing. That way everything can stay in here that I need. but I would have preferred this case to be slightly bigger to be able to close this lid. And you do get a USB-C adapter and a lightning adapter that you could slide off this bottom hatch on this receiver, slide on the adapter to plug it into the bottom of a cell phone. However, with a case on your phone, you may not be able to use it like this. I would have to take my case off. I really would have loved to have this just about 1/8, maybe 3/16 longer, but they did keep it small enough that you could put it back in the case with that adapter on if it works with your phone. The only other thing I really would have liked to have seen in this camera would have been a 1/4 20 thread mount in the bottom so that I could screw on one of these Ulanzi quick adapters, because that's what I like to use here on all my stuff. Now it does have a quick disconnect, which is really nice. The original one works really good, really quick, really easy. I did buy some aftermarket ones here. This is the Sunnyfire or whatever. I'll put links down below in the description for Amazon. And it will clip on. It's just a little bit harder to clip on. And I did notice that I had to put a little piece of black tape on here so that it wouldn't wiggle. When you get these things originally and it clips on, they just wiggle back and forth just a hair. Might not be an issue for some people, but if you're not recording with mics, it'll definitely make a little bit of a noise and wobble a little bit. So I put a little piece of tape on there. It makes it a little bit harder to clip on, but there's definitely no wiggle now. But these adapters are cool because they have a 1/4 20 thread in it, so you can connect it to a tripod, and it also has flip down legs like the GoPro. So pretty cool adapter. That would have been nice if they had that feature in their adapter to be able to eliminate all this. One other thing I noticed that I didn't like is the mount on the bottom of the receiver. It's not really a clip, it's just a cold shoe, and it doesn't seem to stay in very good on my GoPro case or on the top if I were trying to use it for that. I think it would have been much better with a clip like on the Rode Wireless Go or like on the DJI transmitters. It would have held on a lot better. So now we're just going to do a quick test today and show you guys how the audio performs connected to this camera. That's the main reason why I wanted to upgrade. And once I got the camera, there's many other reasons we'll talk about very quickly, but we're going to do a quick test with audio just to show you how it connects with Bluetooth, how the signal holds up, and kind of how it performs, just in case you were on the fence whether or not you wanted to upgrade to this and you were concerned about that, but that was one feature that you really want. So let me know down in the comments if you've been wanting to upgrade, if you've been wanting this feature in a camera. And I do want to disclose that DJI did send me this camera and these microphones for this testing. However, like I said, the footage doesn't lie, the audio quality doesn't lie, but I'll put links down below to this camera and these microphones if you guys are interested. And like I said, these microphones will also connect Bluetooth to other devices. The kit I got with the Action 5 Pro is the kit that comes with the 3 battery charger, which in my opinion is a must. You got to have it. Even though the Action 5 has amazing battery life, you can record up to a couple hours on one battery, but that 3 battery charger also serves as a battery case for you to carry 3 extra batteries with you while you're out and about filming, and it charges up USB-C. Now this does not charge your batteries with just the case itself if it's not plugged in, so this is just a charger, not a battery bank. But still, these batteries last so much longer than my original GoPro that I almost will never probably even need to change batteries out unless I'm out for a whole day filming. But let's get into the testing. Let me know what you thought down below in the comments. Oh, and one feature I want to show you about this mic, it has a mode, I just put it on, where it filters out my voice and blocks out a lot of the background noise, so you could do that automatically from the microphones themselves, so you can hear less background noise. I'll go ahead and turn it back on or off, and now you can hear more background noise like the road with the cars going by in front of me, probably a little bit more wind, but that's the first amazing feature. Let's get into some of the other testing. Thanks for watching, everyone, and it's cold out here. Now what's also about this camera is it has dual audio recording, which means it will transmit and record to the footage on the camera, and it would also make a backup copy on the mic itself, which is awesome. If it starts cutting out, I could just sync the audio up to the footage. That happens a lot when I'm riding e-bikes and I get far enough away from the camera, it cuts out. But it also has in-camera audio backup as well, which will record the audio from the internal microphones on the camera and save that as a separate file on the memory card, which is pretty amazing. So not only you can get the audio output from the microphones themselves, but if something would happen and if it disconnects, or say your microphone just dies completely, it's still going to capture audio on the DJI Action 5 Pro itself as a separate audio file. Now the test we're going to do right now is my son's going to ride his bike up in the woods. We're going to see when it cuts out. I'm going to shut my microphone off so that it isn't connected so you won't hear me. But when it shuts off, we're going to see if when his microphone disconnects, if the audio reverts to the DJI Action 5 camera, and if you're still going to be able to hear me through the regular microphones on the camera, and then when he gets back into the frame where it picks him up again, if it reverts back to the microphones. I don't know if this is going to work yet, but let's find out. All right, shutting my mic off now. Okay, my microphone should be shut off. Go ahead, start talking, bud.
Okay, so.
Okay, his microphone is still on. Okay, so you gotta keep talking.
Okay. So I'm gonna try to pedal up into the woods. Maybe see if the trees cut it out. I'm gonna turn around here. Gonna keep going. Keep going. Now we're entering the woods. Ugh. Now there's really no leaves on the trees, so it might not be as bad in, like, say you were like in the fall or summer. It'd probably be worse like when the leaves are on the trees, the distance. So here we're gonna keep going. So we're getting pretty far right now, probably about maybe 200 feet, maybe. We're gonna turn back around here. So, like, again, as I said, it probably will cut out because that long distance and I had my back turned, but who knows, we'll see. These mics are really good for the price, and the camera. We'll hit some jumps. Did it back in? Is it back in? Can you still hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello?
So how far into the woods did you go?
Back into that, where that no trespassing sign is.
Okay. I don't know if it ever disconnected. I'd seen the green audio bar pretty much working the whole time.
You want me to go farther?
It should have been blocked and should have been cut out. Let's go and watch the footage and then we'll come back out and do it again.
Okay.
All right, so I just went back in and watched the footage, and it never actually really cut out completely to where it disconnected from the camera, which is amazing because he went pretty far up in the woods there. So I'm very impressed with these microphones and the distance so far through the Bluetooth directly into the Action 5. And one other thing I wanted to mention is you can now connect 2 wireless microphones directly to the Action 5 camera, which is amazing. On their older version, on the Action 4, I believe you can only connect 1 microphone, but it's amazing to be able to connect 2 if you're doing an interview, if you have somebody else that you want in your footage with you to be able to hear them. So awesome. Awesome that you can connect 2 now directly to the Action 5. So let's do this test again, and he's going to go way further. Good, you can start going up. Don't forget to keep talking. Okay. Don't ever stop talking so we can keep hearing you. But I'm going to go ahead, disconnect my mic now. Hopefully he cuts out and it disconnects from the camera at some point, and then we'll see if it switches back over to the audio of the camera. And this camera is in 2.7K, 30 frames per second. That's what I usually record in. So this is the audio quality in 2.7K. Okay, so let me shut my mic off now.
I'm entering the woods now. Okay, so we're gonna go like to originally where it cut out, and then we're gonna go at least maybe 100 more feet, something like that. But
all right, so now you can see that the mic's just cut out, and I'm actually recording this voiceover right now with the DJI Mic 2 receiver plugged directly into my iPad with the USB-C. So this is the audio from that, but it took about 25 seconds for the Action 5 Pro internal mics to automatically kick on, and that's going to happen here in a few seconds, right about now. It's connected, but oh, there it goes. It just disconnected. So now we're going to see if the audio switched over automatically to the DJI Action 5, and we're going to also see how far he has to go before he gets back into the area here where the camera reconnects to the mic. Last time I tested this, I was testing it with my Rode Wireless Go 2 mics, and it did seem like I had to come back a very, very close distance for it to reconnect. That was the only downside that I seen to this Bluetooth mic connected directly to the camera. Now with that being said, I really never record this far away. I mean, what's the point? You can't see where he's at. You would not be able to see me if I was recording something, so there's really no point to even doing this test because I'll never be this far away when recording. So I could see him now. He's actually, where is he at? I seen him. He was coming out of the woods right there. So let's see how close he has to get before it reconnects. And we'll see if you can hear me, if it reverted to the audio. There it goes. It just reconnected. Go ahead, start talking.
Hello.
Were you talking the whole time?
Yeah, I was.
So he had to come all the way back down close to the camera for it to reconnect. All right, I just reactivated my mic, but he had to come down almost all the way close to the camera, almost right next to me before the microphone reconnected. That's the only downfall I've seen so far to these DJI Mic 2s and connecting it directly to the Action 5 without the receiver, is that you do have to get fairly close for it to reconnect. But other than that, like I said, I will never, ever, almost ever be that far away when I'm recording, because like I said, what's the point? When you're that far away, you can't see what I'm doing anyway, so why would I want it to continue? Now, it would be nice if it would connect up a little bit sooner, but so far, very impressed with the audio, the quality, the transmission range. For the mic being blocked by him when he was riding away, for it to stay connected that long was pretty amazing. Okay, so I just rewatched the footage, and even though the green audio bar on the camera still showed the audio connected, he cut out a while before the camera actually told me it disconnected, and then it took a little while for the in-camera mics to turn on and record audio of me. That's still an amazing feature that will automatically revert to the camera audio and record that, because you may be able to use it if something would happen to your mics. Say your battery died and you didn't know it and you didn't see the little microphone thing on the screen, it would just revert to the mic in the camera and then you'd be able to use that. So pretty awesome. Now I did just turn off the in-camera audio recording, the backup recording in the camera itself. So now we're gonna see if he goes far enough out of range, if it disconnects, if when he gets back closer, if it reconnects any quicker now that that's turned off. Because I was thinking maybe that has something to do with why it was staying off so long and not reconnecting, because it was using another form of audio. So let's see if it reconnects any sooner. Okay, go ahead, don't forget to keep talking the whole time.
Okay.
And my microphone's off, or no, my microphone's on. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off now.
Okay, so we're gonna go basically back to the same spot that I just went. Hold on, let me take this ski mask off. Okay, so I might go a little farther because I really don't think that was that far, but it cut out, so we're still safer than sorry. Okay, so we're like in the woods now. I'm gonna go pretty fast. So, oh, it's cold. So I'm almost at.
Okay, so the microphone just cut out and it actually reverts back over to the internal microphones. So the only difference in turning that setting off is now it's not recording a backup file on the DJI Action 5, but it did revert back over to the internal mics of the camera right about here. That brief moment, there it goes, it just disconnected. So there will be that brief moment where there's not going to be any audio at all from either the internal mics or the microphone itself, but eventually if you had it on backup, it will revert to the in-camera microphones. If you had that setting turned on, it would just take a little while to kick over to that, maybe 20 seconds. This test, I'm just curious if it will resync sooner than him getting completely all the way to here before it resyncs. We're gonna see if he can resync when he comes out of the woods a little bit closer. And one thing I absolutely love is the way that the bottom of this camera has a quick attach mount to quickly attach it to the bottom here. Very, very minimalistic look here, which is one thing that I love. The only thing I wish is that on this mount or in the camera itself, it would have a
Jump. Coming back down. Gonna hit this jump.
So it did just reconnect a lot sooner when I had the in-camera audio turned off. So that's one good feature. One thing good to know, that if you want it to reconnect a lot quicker and a lot sooner, you might want to have that feature turned off. And like I said, you really don't need that feature turned on as long as you have dual audio recording turned on the microphones, because it will still record everything on the microphone, and then you could just sync that up to the footage later. So you can either have it turned on or not have it turned on, whatever, but it does give you multiple different ways and backups for audio in case something would go wrong, either with your mic, with the camera audio on the camera itself. Say it's too windy on there, but your audio is better on here with a wind muff. You could choose to use either one. Absolutely love the way the mics link up to this camera and the way they work. Not to mention quality, low light's better, and many other reasons. So that's the main reason why I wanted this DJI Action 5 camera, because I wanted built-in audio syncing with mics, and you can do it with these. You can connect these to the GoPro 13. However, the audio I've watched in other videos, I don't have one to compare, but I've watched many people's videos where the audio just sounds real muffled and just does not sound nowhere near as clear as this that's linked directly to the Osmo Action 5. So the reasons why I wanted the Osmo Action 5, like I said, better in low light for sure, better image quality, smaller footprint, way easier for the microphones to connect directly to the camera, and it's just way more minimalistic when I'm out recording. I don't have this big rig with the microphone attachment, this big brick I had to use with my GoPros. Not to mention the front screen on this, which my old GoPro Hero 7 Blacks don't have. And I've recorded with those for years, loved the footage, loved the cameras. However, I just never really liked that big brick I had to use for the audio, and this changes that, and it's pretty amazing. So let me know what you guys think down below. I might do some more testing with this camera, might make some more videos, maybe comparing it. I don't know what's the point in comparing it to the Hero 7 Black, but maybe I will, just to show you. Maybe we'll do some slow motion and stuff with it in some future videos. But let me know what you think down below, what you thought about the audio quality. And if you'd like to pick one of these up, I'll put a link down below to both the DJI Mic 2 system and also the DJI Action 5 Pro. Oh, and one other big feature is the battery in this thing is way, way, way bigger than my old GoPro. This thing should last way longer. Right now I've been recording all these clips and only down to 71% battery life, so that's pretty amazing. And like I said, if you're interested in picking one up for yourself, use the affiliate links down below. Those links will help support the channel if you do use them. Please consider subscribing, and I'll see all of you around on the next one. Thanks for watching.